Why would you write this? Why would you write this book?
Grappling with prophecies they couldn't understand. Do you understand?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't really understand, but I...
Looks like you got some stuff going on. Want to tell me what you did? Want to tell me who you did? Was it a boy?
Voila.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Who is the Avengers' biggest enemy?
Oh, that's easy. Thanos.
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 Honestly, I'd say chafing.
Okay, is this what bad? What do you mean? What do you mean by shaking it? What are you doing? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Fanfiction author notes are just fucking insane. You know the ones that I'm talking about, right? Where it's like, sorry, this update's late. I've been in the hospital for several days. And it's so much. But fun fact, I was one of those people in high school because my senior year of high school, I was writing Marauders fanfiction while also dealing with an extended medical situation with a family member. And there were definitely a couple of times where I posted a chapter late, and then I had a note that was like, I'm so sorry that this is late. I've been driving people back and forth from the hospital for 2 days. Which fanfic authors truly are a superior breed because they are always going through it, but they always fucking deliver.
AO3 has been down many times in my life, and I've told y'all before, I'll tell you again. This is not the reason I download my fics, but it's a reason why you should and can. And it doesn't need to be like you download every fic you read. I don't download every fic I read. I download the longer ones, and I download like the fics. You know, like I have so many copies on multiple devices of many fics that I know I will want till the day I die. Will I distribute those fics if the authors go off the internet and don't want to be associated with it anymore? No! That's between me and them and my computer. So unless my FBI agent leaks those, they're not going anywhere. But I have them to read when I need to. When AO3 is down. On airplane. When you're taking quiet time for yourself at a party that's a little overstimulating and the bathroom has bad reception. And when you download your fic, you can change the font size, do endless scroll for bitches with bad eyesight. Downloading your She said English wasn't her first language. What is her first language? Pain and suffering? Oh my god. Am I crying or laughing?
I know she's a loser. How did you know? Me and the crew used to do her.
Okay, I'm about to admit something kind of embarrassing. First, a not embarrassing thing, I am a fanfic girly. Nothing embarrassing about that. But in my Wattpad era, which was like late middle school to early college, I did not realize that Wattpad had fanfiction. I was a fanfic.net to AO3 pipeline girly. I thought that Wattpad was for originals. I saw like one or two One Direction fanfictions that were like topping the charts, and I was just like, oh, that's an outlier. That's just something that some people do. But most of us are just reading the original. Specifically, I was in the werewolf tag. No, I was the outlier. Wattpad was definitely for fanfiction. I was just in a little remote corner being like, oh, this is just the new fiction press. No, it was definitely a fanfic site. I do think that it had like a good mix of both. Like it was fanfiction.net meets fiction press, but 100,000,000%, most people were reading fanfiction on Wattpad, and I was just like, no, that's not what that's for. It was probably because the fandoms that I was reading about didn't have a whole lot of fic on Wattpad. Maximum Ride, Gallagher Girls, a few Twilight crossovers, but that's like all the fic that I read in middle school. But yeah, being on TikTok I did learn that the rest of the world was using Wattpad for fanfiction.
You know what I need right now in this moment of chaos? A cold cigarette to ease the pain.
Tell me you're addicted to fanfic without telling me you're addicted to fanfic. I'll go first.
Let's find out what Final Jeopardy category is going to decide this match. Famous ships. Our players will make their wagers.
Boats, Kayla. They're talking about boats.
And wait a second, wait.
Speaking of unhinged AO3 comments, did y'all know that there is a Twitter dedicated to mean people on AO3? This is the account, and ever since I've stumbled upon it, I can't stop scrolling through it. I'll include a couple more of the tame comments, like this for example. While some of these are tame, some of these are mean, awful, and the internet's a wild place, but I was shocked. So just a reminder to be kind to people on AO3 and on other places of the internet. It's all love here.
Okay, so at the time I'm making this, it's 10 a.m. on Tuesday, July 11th. AO3 has been down since yesterday morning. I know a lot of people are about to go completely feral, which is honestly fair. For me personally, it's irritating, but not the end of the world. What I am worried about is my grandma. My grandma is 89 years old, okay? She loves Jane Austen. I don't know if you know this, but Jane Austen has not been updating recently. She wrote a total of 6 complete books, and she died more than 200 years ago. You think you're starved for content now? Imagine being a Jane Austen fan for 89 years. Oh my god, I have to wait a whole year for the next season of my show. This woman has not produced new content since 1817. My grandma has been rereading the same 6 books for 4 of my lifetimes. Now, I don't know when this happened, but at some point in the past 5 years, she cracked. She took matters into her own hands. She found AO3. I don't know how she did that because the last time I checked, she was really struggling with operating a computer mouse, but she found it. She figured out how to navigate it, even though it's one of the least intuitive user interfaces I've ever seen. She found Jane Austen fanfiction. That has become her primary activity. She reads Jane Austen fanfiction. And to be honest, she is so real for that. And ironically, I'm happy for her. But the website is down. I haven't heard anything from my grandma, but no news is not necessarily good news in this situation. For us, like, the website is down, that's bad. But for her, first of all, like, I don't think she knows what a DDoS attack is, and I know she doesn't follow Archive on Twitter or Tumblr. Like, for all she knows, the website's gone forever. But like, can you imagine waiting 80 years for new content, and then you finally get it, and then it gets taken away from you? Bro, I'd be in the streets with a pitchfork trying to bite people.
No. And admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now?
This month I recorded the amount of words in every single fanfic that I read and wrote it down and kept track so I could add it all up at the end of the month and figure out how many books worth I read in fanfics. So this month I read 1,933,769 words, which when you show in physical book form is a lot. The whole Harry Potter series is just over 1 million words, but obviously we have almost double this, so if you add on the Narnia Chronicles, we still don't have enough. So we add on this is what I read in fanfics in 1 month, excluding books that I read on top of it, like published books. I read 3 other books as well as all of this, and so I'm sick of people saying that fanfics are like you don't read, like, when people ask what you read and you say fanfics, people don't know what you mean. This is a lot, okay? Just because I don't read, like, published books doesn't mean I don't read a lot. Look at this. In fanfics, that's insane. It wasn't even, like, a particularly good month or anything either. It was, like, I had, like, half of it was exams and the other half were holidays, so it was, like, pretty normal amount for me. Like, that's a lot. So, next time anyone questions your fanfic reading, show them this.
Ooh, this one looks good. English is not my first language. Awesome, let's do it.
Holy wow, that just changed my life. I don't know if I'll ever be the same. I'm in shambles, help.